I'm not, I'm tired.
Hi, this is Eric.
Hi, this is Val.
And we're from X's to OMGs. Today we're going to do a series of questions that we found to be quite interesting. This will give you a little bit of insight on our relationship, how long we've been married, some of the things that annoy us or irk us, but we'll have a little bit of fun with this one. So
OMG.
First question that we have for you today is, how did we meet? You go ahead. You go first. Ladies first.
I was a cheerleader.
I played football.
And I wanted a cookie.
She got my cookie. I didn't like sweets. So, back in high school, this is a long time ago, my head football coach, his wife, used to make us... Are you serious, dude?
No, I'm sorry. I tried to help. I tried to hold it. I couldn't hold it. I was trying to smile. I couldn't help. Sorry.
Every Thursday, she would bake us cookies, and I was never a big fan of sweets. Somebody came to me and said she wanted my cookie, and I gave it to her.
Actually, I asked our friend first, and he wouldn't give me his cookies.
Yeah, that's true.
So Eric said, "You can have my cookie."
Yeah, I kind of slid in there real smooth, like.
I don't know if it was smooth.
Nah, it wasn't.
But the rest is history.
I was funky, stinky, and
oh my
had a bag of cookies.
Next question.
So, we actually met in high school. To be as cliche as it has been, the storyline. I played quarterback. She was a cheerleader. We met and been married ever since. So happily ever after to us. How long have we been together?
2000? 16 years.
Yeah, that is correct. Do you remember the date?
Which date are we talking? The day we met or the day of our first date?
The day of our first date.
It was July 15th.
14th.
15th.
14th.
15th.
Google it.
How are we going to Google it?
No, the people are
Next
gonna Google
question.
It. Then they're going to let us know.
And Google it when? 2000.
It was Friday, actually.
It was a Saturday.
I got off of football practice. Remember, I was exhausted.
Oh, whatever. Next
and you
question.
talked me to sleep.
Next question.
Next question is, if you can describe your spouse in one word, what would it be?
You go first.
Caring. Caring.
Oh my goodness, you got all sappy. Focused.
Take that. What annoys you the most about your spouse? What annoys me about her the most? I absolutely hate the way she applies deodorant. She applies deodorant with one hand, and I'll give you a demonstration. So she does this, and she turns around and then she does this. As you can see, you don't get the full coverage.
Yes, you do. I get the full coverage. I'm very good about whatever. I don't like the way Eric has a problem with the way I put on deodorant and the way I put the toilet paper on the tissue roll.
Always
as
over.
If there's a rule.
Always over.
But he can't put his clothes away or putting his clothes back in our neat, organized, color-coded closet.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
Next question.
What did your parents think about him or her when they finally met them, and how'd you deal with it?
My parents were not that excited. I wasn't supposed to be dating. I was supposed to be focused on school and going to college.
I think the feelings were the same.
No, your parents love me.
They love you now.
No, I thought they loved me then. Next question. We're gonna move on from
I
this.
don't think
Where did you get this question from?
If your mother-in-law were an animal, what animal would she
Who
be?
came up with that question?
It wasn't me.
It's strange.
That's pretty funny though.
My mother-in-law would be a tiger lady.
She'd be an elephant.
I think I meant dragon lady. I don't know that my mom would want to be an elephant.
No, but she's always trying to help others, and elephants are always trying to help not only themselves but everyone around them. I would say elephant.
Maybe your mom should be a jaguar. She's kind of sleek and stylish, and she'll bite you if you cross her.
What qualities does your spouse possess that are important to you and why?
He's a protector. Okay. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. I always feel safe if he's not getting on my nerves.
She's very compassionate. Sometimes when I get a little too focused on the task at hand, I don't typically keep an open mind. She actually grounds me so that I can actually see that sometimes the answers are right in front of me. I just need to be able to calm down and focus. So yes, she is very compassionate, and
That
sometimes
almost made me blush. Cry. Shed a tear. I like that's very sweet. I mean, good job. Sometimes he surprises me.
What are your communication skills like with one another? I think they're great at times.
That's such a lie.
Most of the time.
Very unique communication. It usually starts with, I told you that. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. We don't communicate. You didn't tell me that.
Isn't that how all married couples
Usually
talk?
it's somebody says something and the other one doesn't listen. And then, or the other assumes that the other was listening. And then there's a miscommunication. And then we have a communication about the miscommunication.
Pretty
to
good.
a common ground.
The one thing that I would say that we do very well is we're very, very upfront and honest with each other. And that really helps us. Typically, if we have something to say, we're going to say it. Unfortunately, sometimes that leads us into wearing a lot of our emotions on our sleeves. So,
Who usually gets their way?
I don't know.
It depends
think
on
we
what
kinda-
the way is.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, see, that's just a general question. Like, me, I usually get my way because I just get up and just leave. Go fishing.
And I like to just do what I want to do.
Yeah, so we kind of both get our own ways. How financially ready were we before marriage and then children?
We weren't.
We were not. We had our first child. I was
Pretty
20.
young. We were pretty young.
She was 19, but we were not financially ready by any means
We were both in college.
to have a
We did
family.
have jobs.
I think that's helped us grow, knowing that what we needed to do in order to be able to provide for a family. It made us work that much harder, knowing that at that moment in time we weren't ready.
It made us appreciate things a little bit more.
Yeah, it made us definitely appreciate things a little more. So, what is the hardest thing you've had to deal with in your married life, and how did you deal with it?
Probably the kids.
I would say the kids. We typically don't stress each other out too much. It's the kids, man.
Maybe you should rephrase that. You stress me out a little bit.
Not as much as the kids.
Yeah, every time I kick your shoe, I get a little stressed out. When you don't put it back where it should.
Well,
Stressed. The ups and downs of running a business.
Just
and
recently,
juggling a family.
last October, I decided to quit my job with corporate America and to
That
work
was pretty
for
hard.
my wife. We work together. We see each other every single day. So that has been probably one of the biggest challenges, not only financially, but then also emotionally, as there's no detaching. So, because we're constantly seeing each other. I would say that that's probably one of the hardest things that we've had to deal with as far as being married up until this point. Other than that, it's been gravy. For me, at least.
Who takes longer to get dressed? I do. Next
I
question.
don't understand why I even answer that.
Okay.
How do you go about disciplining your children, and were both parents included on this? I would say that I'm the disciplinarian.
I just yell a lot.
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't work.
yeah, that's true. It's typically dad uses his dad voice, tries to lay down the law.
I pinch too, but not in an abusive way. Don't call CPS on us. Good pinch. No bruising. Just mean business pinch. Just a little one.
If your spouse had a superhero power, what would it be?
You probably blow
I would
stuff
say the ability to make money disappear.
up. That is not fair.
on shoes.
That's not a superhero power.
Well, it sure seems like it.
I would teleport. I'm never on time. I'd be a teleporter. Like,
What would be
on
my
time.
super-
You blow stuff up. You like to set things on fire.
Oh my God, that's not true at all.
Oh, okay.
How do you incorporate traditions from your childhood into raising your family? And what type of new traditions did you start? When I grew up, my grandmother was a big pillar in our community, and it was one of those houses in the community that after work you would get off and you would go to, and there would be food waiting for you, and everyone collected there, bringing in their own dish, bringing in their own family. One of the things that I try to do, not only with my nieces and my nephews, with my family, I love hosting, I love entertaining, and I want to always have that feeling of family surrounding me. So I cook out a lot and I invite a lot of people over, but I love more than anything is being able to spend quality time with family. And that's one of the traditions that I took from my grandmother and also my dad, being able to see the joy and the happiness of our families growing together. So
Christmas is always a big deal in our household. So my mom has 2 trees that are overflowing with decoration. So it's always important to have a tree.
She has a 3rd tree in her office.
Yes, mom does. But it's always nice to, decorate the tree. Sometimes if I don't decorate it fast enough, my mom will come over here and do it for me. I also like to have Christmas pajamas for everyone on Christmas Eve. So I tried to buy a new pair for everyone every year.
Speaking of Christmas, over the last few years, what we've decided to do was remove away tangible things that the kids got as far as gifts. We really haven't spent a lot of money as far as gift giving during Christmas. The first few years of our children's lives, we spent a lot of money, a lot. We would ask them what happened to the toy, what happened to the book, and they would say, I don't know, I have no idea where it's at. So we decided to remove the toys and not give as many. And what we started doing was taking them on trips. They're not going to remember a toy they got when they were 4 years old that's in the bottom of the toy box that they haven't seen in 2 years. But I can tell you that my 7-year-old now remembers that trip to Disney World that we took a few years ago. And she can tell us every detail, what she liked the most, what she wants to go back and do. How are household chores divided among you and your spouse? And has it changed over the years? So, I don't clean anything. I cook.
Do dishes.
Okay. Not only do I cook,
doesn't hang his clothes up.
I tend to the yard.
Make the bed.
I do laundry, fold it, and put it away.
Doesn't vacuum.
Other than that, the wife typically does the cleaning portion of it. The wife, yeah. She does the cleaning.
And now the kids.
But where I came from, the cook doesn't clean. The cook doesn't wash dishes or clean the kitchen.
How come when I cook, I clean and wash dishes?
Because your cooking is McDonald's.
It doesn't. No, that's not true. I will cook a meal at least once a quarter.
Once a quarter.
That's too many questions. How do you deal with conflict in your marriage?
We try to address it head on. If there's an issue, then yeah, we want to talk about it. Sometimes
we just don't talk to each other.
We just don't talk to each other. And it works. After 5 or 6 days.
Not 5 or 6, like 3.
We'll then talk about
4
it. Like why it caused what it caused. How can we move from it going forward? Most people that know us, easy, laid back type of people. Very emotional, but also very upfront and direct. So if you hear me say something, I mean it. Just like what she says.
I don't bite my tongue either. Just saying.
Right. So I think the biggest way that we deal with conflict is being open and honest with each other. Imitate your spouse's behavior when they get angry.
That's the next question. How do you keep romance alive? Well, we have kids, so there's not a lot of romance. We just sneak off and.
No, we try to do weekend getaways by ourselves. Sometimes
we'll go.
Doesn't happen very often.
It's like once every 5 years.
But we will maybe step out by ourselves, have a late dinner, and see some friends at a local bar or whatever.
Stop telling all our business on YouTube. How do you feel about your spouse now compared to when you first got together? Well, I definitely like him better now. However, I do think he was a lot trying to woo me more. So I was able to get a little bit more of what I wanted.
That's
from him
minus 4 kids
in the beginning. But anyways,
I feel great seeing the transition from where we were as 17, 18-year-old kids who we are as mature adults. The caring and kind person that I met in high school is still there, and it has not changed. And that's one thing that I admire about my wife. She is the nicest, most genuine, kind person that I know. Mm-hmm. Which of us spends more time on a computer and doing what?
I think we probably spend about equal time.
I would say so,
between work, phones.
Yeah. We work a lot.
Yeah.
So
I work a lot.
Constantly working.
Let's clarify.
Well, I and we together is we, right?
I as in me.
We work a lot.
I work a lot.
So
I and I as in me, not I and I as in we. Me.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give your friends or family about finding a significant other? I always tell my friends to just not get caught up in, things like, oh, you better check his phone, girl.
You'll know when it's right.
I'm not one of those people checking phones and
you'll know
scanning
when it's right.
Facebook. I say you should be a little bit more laid back.
My advice would be that if they made you feel better about yourself genuinely every day that you're with them, then that may be the one for you.
That's a very sweet answer.
Would you reveal a deep, dark secret about your spouse for $1 million? Hell yeah!
I don't think we have any deep. I don't have any deep, dark secrets.
That's why I'll do it for $1 million. I want $1 million.
What kind of deep, dark secret would we
find something and make it up? We'll just be $1 million richer.
That's not how that question is.
All right. So I hope you gained a little bit of insight about us, Eric.
He's so serious. Very serious.
Valentine.
Relax.
You say Valentine?
Oh, hi. Valentine.
That's a little bit about us and our history together. So if you want a little bit more insight, hopefully you were able to get that through this video today. We've been together a very long time. Hopefully our story inspires you. If not, please comment on this video. Please subscribe as well, as this will let you know when we will be having another video out. We are in the infancy stage of launching our YouTube. So any comments will be greatly appreciated. Any feedback will be greatly appreciated.
Like, don't be so.
I'm the protector, remember?
Loosen up. Loosen it up. Loosen it up.
Hey guys, stop being a weirdo.
I am the weirdo.
So signing out, the Cyrus from Exes to OMGs.